Hello there and welcome to another GameZonk video here on the TechZonk channel. We are looking at Wal-rush. This is a homebrew game for the Atari 2600 and this was actually built using bAtari Basic. I've covered bAtari Basic in the past and I'm really curious to try this one. I've played it a couple of times. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you here in this video. This is one that was actually created by a hobbyist developer who's experimented on other platforms. I found this on the Atari Age forum, and he had indicated that this was actually based on something else that he had done in Scratch. Only this time, he's using bAtari Basic, and he's going to do it on the Atari 2600. So I went ahead and grabbed that download, put it here in my emulator. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. We are off. And you know, it's funny, these are, now what I'm evading here, see, it's kind of tough, and I'll explain to you why. He's actually done a pretty good job. This is a continuous runner type of game. And he's got the physics pretty good here, to where if you're trying to avoid something on the screen that's high up, like this, right? It's sort of high up, you have to go underneath it. You know, as you let go of the button, the fire button is what makes your walrus fly. That's right, it's a flying walrus. And if you let go of your button, the physics take over and gravity will get the better of you. So as you start to fall, as you get more and more down on the screen, gravity takes over and you start falling faster. So it's very similar to, you know, like the Flappy Bird concept. And you know, there was another homebrew that used bAtari Basic here as well, and that was based on Flappy Bird. And it was the same deal. The more low you get, the more that the physics takes over and gravity really starts to affect your character. It's no different here. So it's not totally easy, although I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm on a bit of a tear at the moment. But when I first actually loaded this up, you know, this is probably about the third time that I played it. I mean, I would die instantly. And that just goes to show you that, you know, even though it's a continuous runner, which is, you know, they've become more popular thanks to mobile gaming, it's not a slam dunk. It's not totally easy. And, you know, props to the developer for doing a good job here on the physics. It actually is somewhat challenging. So in case you're not following what's going on here, you are a flying walrus. Now these are spiky mines that you have to avoid. Those are fish. I just got a fish. You get points. You get 10 points for every fish that you get. You periodically get 1 point. The more you stay alive, you get a point here and there. Avoid this guy. I see I'm kind of floating at the top of the screen there like that. You can kind of rapid fire with that button and kind of float at the top of the screen, but then one of those mines will come along. Like right at the top of the screen, so you can't get away with that. So you have to kind of look out. You're always got to be on the lookout. Now, I'm doing really great right now, but I got to say that when I started playing this game, I mean, I would just die instantly. I think my first score was 1. I think my second score was a good, perfect 0. And then I played it, I think, about the third time, and I got a better score. This right here, you're looking at history in the making here. This is the best score I've gotten yet on this game. But I really do like that there are developers out there that are using the bAtari Basic framework. So I've talked about it before. I'll talk about it again here. This bAtari Basic is basically a unique language that was developed recently, in fact. It does not go back to the original Atari 2600 development days. This is something that was produced recently, like within the past couple of years. And it is a unique language for developing games on the Atari 2600 platform. But unlike doing native assembly development, you are using a much easier to grasp basic style language to develop the game. And then what happens is you use the tool set to ultimately compile the game into most likely assembly language that can be then compiled and run to be executed on the Atari 2600. You can use it, of course, in an emulator like I'm doing right here, but you can actually burn a ROM image onto a cartridge and actually sell a cartridge of a game that was produced in bAtari Basic. Really cool stuff. So I definitely like that program exists out there, and I'm very, very interested in seeing products that are produced by hobbyist developers who are using it. I think it's a really great thing that's out there, and this is a really good effort. The continuous runners like this are a popular genre, made popular by, I think, mobile gaming for the most part, although these did exist back in the day. This is a really good job. This is, by the way, the best I've ever done at this game. I couldn't be more pleased with myself. But I definitely like that the developer of this game was somebody who started working in Scratch, because it suggests that he's interested in development and using games to sort of grasp the concepts of development. I think that's pretty interesting. You know, my channel not only focuses on some of these titles that exist on the Atari platform. Oh, I finally died. All right, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. But what I was saying was that, you know, my channel, it focuses on not only the games that exist on the Atari platform and some of the retro games that I like so much, but also technology in general and programming. I really firmly believe that programming is something that we should be teaching our kids because as technology evolves and advances, technology programming is an absolute necessity, and there's just really not enough people out there doing it. So to know that there's things out there like Scratch and like bAtari Basic that get people who maybe aren't professional programmers into programming, I think it's a terrific thing. That's why I think not only do programs like this have to be looked at, they really have to be celebrated. And I think this is a really terrific effort. Despite my death, I think that this is a really terrific effort. Let's give it another couple of tries. You have to avoid the mines. You'll notice I just got 1 point, so you get points periodically for just staying alive. And so long as I avoid this mine, I stay alive. Now, you'll see me pick up a fish. Eventually, I'm getting nothing but mines right now. Give me a fish. No fish. You gotta watch out for gravity here. You see how I go down pretty fast when I get down to the bottom of that screen? See, that makes it tough. It psychs you out almost because you're thinking about how, you know, you can't fall too low or else you die. If you die, that's it. Your game's over. Let's try one more time here. Really good job. That's it. That's it. I think that's when I got to throw in the towel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I think this is a terrific effort. Really enjoyed playing it. Thank you for watching. Check in next week. We'll have more to show you on Atari or just bAtari Basic or any Atari game in general. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.